As a youngster, Mashiloane visited his brother at work, as he always played blues and jazz CDs. Today, the award-winning pianist has already recorded 3 albums of his own.
Where did your love for music and your jazz journey begin?
I grew up in a family where jazz was like bread and peanut butter. It was an everyday thing, you know. So from my aunts, from my mother, you know, they always played jazz, so that's where it comes from.
How important is it to share your knowledge of music with the new South African generation?
And it helps me to stay relevant to the music and to also stay relevant to the students, you know. I also learn from them, by the way. It's a give and take.
And what is some of the best advice you've received from him?
As much as we do other types of jazz like bebop, your swing, he encourages us a lot to stick to your roots and have the best of both worlds, I guess.
The university's Howard College Theatre has become a second home.
Yo, man. I leave you for 2 minutes, man, and then you're already occupying my space, brother.
So where does your creativity come from, and what is that process like?
I get influences from anywhere. For example, I was in Mozambique. The owner in a restaurant was calling a waiter, you know, but the way he called the waiter, to me, it was like, oh, man, that's the beat. That's so musical, you know. I want to get that, you know, and I want to build from that. So that's how I even compose music, you know. So when I hear someone playing anything rhythmic, to me, it's like, it brings me back to my identity.
Well, I would love to develop my own style and musical identity. Can you teach me a little something?
Definitely, man. Actually, from what I heard when I walked in here, I was like, this guy, I need to teach him something, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna teach you just 3 notes, right?
All right.
So first it's just this note. Can you hear it? Try it.
Okay.
I mean, it's such a quick learner, brother. You're not far, eh? Okay. So what you're gonna do is, can you feel that?
Yeah. Yes! Come on. Hey! Man, well, geez, bro. That was amazing. Thank you for listening, but I'm going to let you play your masterpiece because you were shredding these keys.
That's easy.
Tradition and dance is a big inspiration for MASH. So we took in the Panzi Cultural Museum in search of the next creative spark.
This museum has the largest collection of South African artifacts. How important is it for us to showcase and treasure our cultural heritage?
So it's very important that we understand who we are. So this museum is about that, a feel-good museum for Ubuntu art. And we try to showcase that to the world, that we've got a lot to show. And when you come here, that's what we try to show you.
Born in Mpumalanga, surrounded by Ndebele, Pedi and Swazi tradition, Sibu's jazz thrives on our diverse society.
So this is where we heal ourselves. This part of the museum is called healing. So we believe that healing starts in the mind. If you see something beautiful, you feel beautiful. So healing is a mental type of thing.
This actually resonates with the whole concept of my album that is recently nominated by the Summers, which is Closer to Home, you know, because the whole point with that album, Closer to Home, is this environment. Like, healing comes from the mind and from what you see. To me, then the same healing comes from what you are listening to, you know, what is being captured by the music. So that album is all about that, capturing our identity as South African.
Not only have you released Close to Home, but you're also still studying your PhD with a focus on, let me get this right, construction of musical home through South African jazz. What does that even mean?
So to me, What I'm trying to do is to find the peculiar musical characteristics that make South African jazz. What are those ingredients that in the music makes it sound South African? So that's the whole point of this study, and to also use it as a resource for teaching and learning. And I'm just looking forward to sharing South Africa to the world, through my music, through my studies, and in any other possible way.
Sibu has committed to releasing 7 albums in as many years. With 3 done and 4 to go, a wealth of jazz awaits us.